Hello, this is Eileen, the environmental educator, and it's Friday. So it's a Friday funny. It's kind of one of these funnies, truly, definitely not a haha funny like that. But we even got the sharks laughing. And why are sharks important? Because this is brought to you by the National Park Service. Okay, now this was a Friday funny a while back here when they asked people not to lick the psychedelic toads in a national park. Okay, but this time it made CNN headlines, and they said, "Do not push a slower friend down if you encounter a bear," is what the Park Service warned. Okay, so it's right here. It's on their Twitter feed. This is February 28th, the check mark, and it says, if you come across a bear, never push a slower friend down, even if you feel the friendship has run its course. That's just that's just funny. I live out here in bear country for decades. I've lived in bear country and in grizzly country now for I don't know, maybe almost 2 decades. And the joke is, well, it's, in a bear attack, well, the only thing you have to do is outrun your slowest friend, a slower friend. Just don't be the slowest. But never, never, as the Service said, never push your slower friend down. That's just pretty interesting. So CNN even did an article about it, and they said the agency used the lighthearted joke as a segue into some more serious beer safety tips. But still, the wording is just unbelievable. You don't even like say things that might go into people's heads, and then when they're in a bear situation, oh, they said push people down. What? You don't even joke about stuff like that. To have said, outrun, you just have to outrun your slower friend. That you're not doing anything to someone. Okay, you're just looking out for yourself. Everybody's running, but this is malicious. So but they put it out there, and it's still out here. I just pulled this up tonight. Okay, it's still up here. And I went to the Park Service Facebook page, and to see if they put it out here. But this is on March 1st, because this tweet here is February 28th. So this is on March 1st. It's DC, the Washington Monument, and the cherry blossoms. These trees, they're all over DC, and well, around the main touristy section, mall section, you should say. And they truly are beautiful when they're blossoming. I was driving through the area one time, coincidentally, when they were going on, so I got to experience them, and they are truly beautiful. So they put that out there, and then on the 28th, what did they put? Well, that Northern Lights that we got treated to, and this is Glacier Bay Lodge up there in Alaska, Glacier Bay, which is empty and still, but the animals up there got treated to a spectacular light show on the 28th, and then they put out this. It looks like a fun guy, and this is on the Cape Lookout National Seashore. So and that is their post for the 28th. They did not put this out here. That's the next one, the 27th. So yeah, they didn't put it out here on Facebook, but they did here on Twitter. They just actually put it out there, just like they actually, and when they asked people not to lick the psychedelic toads, it really wasn't a segue, a lighthearted joke. Like it's uh, okay. That's why we're just gonna chuckle at the Park Service right now. And the Park Service does on its website have a page about staying safe around bears. Okay, and I'm pretty sure that joke isn't out here on this page. But look at this: a bear approaches a visitor. I've been within 100 feet of a bear come over a ridge, and oh, hello. Um, it can be intimidating. And right here in the CNN article, this is how fast it
Bear
happens.
attacked a mountain climber on the side of a cliff, happened in Japan, and it was captured on video.
It happens. Yeah. Okay. Enough of that, but it happens just that fast. So the Park Service does have a page out there about staying safe around bears. And well, why is that important? Well, right now, here's headlines: March 7th, 2023. The first bears have been spotted in Yellowstone. So no one mauled yet, they say. So yeah, the beers are up, and actually, in a lot of places out here where it's been mild this winter, some places have been pounded, some places it's been mild, and in the places where it's been mild, people are saying the bears like didn't really hibernate. Like they've been spotted out and about. I mean, maybe they're sleeping and come out every 3 weeks. You don't really know how often the bears you're seeing are the same bears that you saw before, but there've been bear sightings throughout the winter in the milder parts here. But down there in Yellowstone, they kind of have their own little weather system. And it says it's not unusual for a grizzly to be spotted early in March. The first bear sightings in 2022 also occurred on March 7th. So, yeah, about the beginning of March, the only time I don't walk out of my door without bear spray in grizzly country is literally like from after Thanksgiving till the end of February, and even skiing. I mean, you'll you'll see bear tracks sometimes, and you're like, wow, man, maybe I should stay out of the woods, even though you've seen them chasing. People down a trail, but at least, like, if they get you on a trail, somebody's going to see you. But if you're in the woods at the end of the day, yeah, they might not. But on there, what to do if you see a bear? It says most bear encounters end without injury, and follow some of the basic guidelines. And there's viewing etiquette, which yeah is the first step to avoiding a bear encounter. Actually, the biggest first step is to just let them hear the human voice. And they say travel and hike in groups, but let me tell you, groups can get quiet. Just because there's more of you, groups get hit too, because you're out there and all of a sudden everybody just gets quiet and you're just walking. Like when I'm out there hiking, and I usually go by myself, I am always just saying, "Hey bear." Hey bear, because yeah, right, you have to identify yourself by talking calmly to the bear so they know you are human. So they do recognize a human voice. And then it says, remain still, stand your ground, but slowly wave your arms. Um, Here the bear recognize you as a human. It may come close and stand on its hind legs to get a better look or smell. A standing bear is usually curious, not threatening. So that's good to know. Stay calm. And remember that most bears do not want to attack you. They just usually want to be left alone. It's true. I mean, most bear attacks are when you surprise the bear. That's why if you're always just saying, hey bear, and loud enough and out there in the wild, in the mountains, like it'll carry. So they do hear you, and they will go away from you. Yeah, they're not looking to have a situation. It says bears may bluff their way out of an encounter by charging and then turning away at the last second. That happens a lot, but when they're charging, you don't know if they're gonna turn away or not. So It says bears may react defensively by woofing, yawning, salivatating, growling, snapping their jaws, and laying their ears back. Continue to talk to the bear in low tones. This will this will help you stay calmer, and it won't be threatening to the bear. A sudden scream or movement may trigger an attack. Never imitate bear sounds or make a high pitched squeal. Right, and definitely carry bear spray. Bear spray, it's effective. I actually, right down here, bear pepper spray. I met the guy who in invented today's beer spray. Like they used to have this little thing that was nothing, and he was out there hunting. It was like a glorified mace thing, he said. And I think he was out there hunting, and he got attacked. And he even built a simulator to show how fast it happens. I actually met the guy camping out at Ennis Lake in out there in Ennis in Montana. It's beautiful, but yeah, bear spray. It can, but you have to wait. It has to get close to you. So as it's charging, you have to wait to spray it. But it does. It ends a lot of bear hazards and encounters. So it says hike and travel in groups. Groups of people usually are noisier than and smellier than a single person. Therefore, bears often become aware of groups of people at greater distances because of their size, and groups are also intimidating to bears. Look as large as possible. Do not allow the bear to access your food. Yeah, that's just taboo. It's you have to um, keep your food away from you. And yeah, it's tough when you're hiking. You're on a day hike and you got some snacks, but yeah. It says if the bear is stationary, move away slowly and sideways. I always backed up. I never went sideways. Do not run. Do not climb a tree. Yeah, be especially cautious if you see a female with cubs. Yeah, females with the cubs, especially bear encounters when you surprise them, and especially if you surprise a mom and her cubs, and then she's just being defensive. But telling people to never push a slower friend down. Okay, okay, seriously, that is this type of funny right there, and it's really on par with not asking people to lick the psychedelic toads. So you just have to give it to the National Park Service here. They give us great park. Well, they don't give us. They operate great parks, and they manage to give us things to chuckle about. So stay tuned, people.